Hey guys, Jsnow with the Millgate deck, which I got destroyed by last night. I was like, how can I recreate this deck since I didn't get to see the whole deck? But basically the goal of the deck is to take as many Guildgates as possible and then destroy them with two cards, Guild Summit and Psychic Corrosion. So I'm just going to go through the deck really fast. I'm just going to say which card's important, which one's not important, just so it doesn't become a 50-minute deck tech. So 4 Revitalizes is important because you gain 3 life and draw a card. Blink of an Eye is optional, but it bounces back any card on the field, so it's pretty nice. Plus, you have a kicker effect to draw cards. Chart of Course, not sure if I'm going to keep using this, but it allows you to draw extra cards. If you have it, you have it. If you don't, it's not a big deal. Search for Azcanta is optional, allows you to mill through your deck. Discovery Dispersal, you're going to basically use the Discovery part, so you can draw a card that's available too. Assassin's Trophy, if you have more than one, I would definitely recommend 2 Assassin's Trophies. Right now, I only can afford 1, so definitely wouldn't recommend 2 because that destroys anything. And usually you're not worried about your opponent getting getting lands or whatever. It also mills out 1 card from your opponent's deck, technically. Divination, if you don't have Secrets of the Golden City, then run Divination. Divination draws 2 cards, Secrets of the Golden City draws 3. If you have Ascend, getting Ascend in this deck is really easy, so that's why I would go for Secrets if possible. Guild Summit, so let's explain this card. So the 2 important cards in this deck are Psychic Corrosion, which is basically your mill card. You must have it, you must have 4. But Guild Summit enters the... I'll just read it off. When Guild Summit enters the battlefield, you may tap any number of untapped gates you control and draw a card for each gate tapped this way. And it also has whenever a gate enters the battlefield, draw cards. So basically what you're going to be doing is have at least 1 or 2 Psychic Corrosions up and have a bunch of Guild Gates up. Use Guild Summit. Usually you won't have enough Guild Gates to start off the combo, so you're just going to use it just so you can draw extra cards from the second effect. Once you have the first Guild Gate, if you have enough Guild Gates, use the first effect, which will deck out your opponent, usually if you have 2 Psychic Corrosion, because basically if you have 5 gates up, then they're taking 20 cards off the deck if you have 2 Psychic Corrosions. Otherwise, with the 2 Guild Gate combo, or it's not even a combo, but basically if you have 2 Guild Summits, you play the first one to set up the next one, and then once this next one's ready, just play your second Guild Summit and then tap all your gates that are not tapped, so you'll be able to mill out your opponent. Next is Deafening Clarion. This is important because it's a 3 damage to everybody spell. Ixalan's Binding is kind of optional. Don't use Hieromancer's Cage because it's a weaker version of Ixalan's Binding. So if you don't have Ixalan's Binding, use Hieromancer's Cage. But this card is completely optional. 2 Twilight Prophet, totally optional. It is a mythic card. It's just it gains life and it draws, and I love this card, so that's why I try to splash it in any deck, but totally optional. If anything, get another card that gives you life, or get another card that makes you draw more, or get a defensive card. Like Vraska's Contempt, which basically exiles anything and you gain 2 life, so that's pretty awesome. I run 2 of those. You might only have 1 from the starter deck. I think one of the starter decks come with them, so you get that. Very important card, Circuitous Route. I like to call it Circuitous Route. It's not called Circuitous Route, but whatever. You can search your library for up to 2 basic land cards or Guild Gates, put them on the battlefield tapped. So it's just a basic ramp card, but it does target Guild Gates, which means you'll have access to more mana even quicker. Cleansing Nova, one of my favorite cards. Destroy all creatures, basically, is what you're going to be using. And if you could run more than 1, I would definitely run more than 1. Unfortunately, I can only afford 1. Hence, I'm using River's Rebuke instead of Cleansing Nova, which returns all permanents to their owner's hand, which basically sets them back a sick amount of turns. So, if you have a River's Rebuke sitting around, feel free to put it in. Immortal Sun, another optional mythic, allows you to draw extra cards, spells cost 1 less to cast, which is awesome, and it shuts down all planeswalkers. So if you have it, add it. If you don't have it, not a big deal, just add something with life gain, defense, or life gain, defense, or draw power. Next one is Expansion Explosion. Basically, you're going to be using either one. It's kind of a weird card to throw in his deck, but sometimes your opponent will play a 4 or less mana cost card that you want to copy and use it on them, which is pretty awesome. If not, Explosion just to draw some cards. So it's kind of... I don't know if it fits in the deck, to be honest, so I guess I'm still playtesting it technically, but I was able to use it once to draw 4 cards, which was extremely needed. But, it really depends, because the damage is pretty much useless, unless you're getting unless somebody hits you with, like, a big dinosaur or something like that. Alright, so my Guild Gates, if you notice, I'm running 4 of every Guild Gate but the white-black one. Now, that's because I forgot about it, and I forgot about it, but it didn't seem like it mattered. So as long as I had enough blue and white, yeah, basically blue and white are your main colors. So I had plenty of Guildgates, so feel free to add whatever Guildgates you want, but definitely focus on blue. Yeah, definitely have enough blue Guildgates before you do anything. And then, what do you call it? And then I have one of each color except for Swamp for some reason. The lands are really weird in this deck. Right now, this is working for me. But as far as like other people's tastes, you might want to add more Guildgates, get rid of some Guildgates, or just add more basics, because sometimes the basics are a godsend, allowing you to get Psychic Corrosion off on turn 3 like you're supposed to, because otherwise you're basically spending turns, because Guildgates are slow, so you're spending turns doing nothing a lot of the time. So having like 4 extra basic lands definitely helps out with that. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's gameplay coming up, and this has got to be like a couple of wins, but it's a casual deck and it's pretty fun to play. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you guys next time. Ooh, for Karn. Forest. And then this thing. Oh boy. That's a problem. Alright, discarding one Twilight Prophet. Oh my god. Oh boy. I don't have the white mana to do anything here. Oh, he can make a copy of it. That's always nice. I guess I better do Twilight Prophet here. And prepare to get smacked too. Yeah, this is a race. I'm not looking forward to. Wow, I could have gave it flying? Oh my god. Yo. Looks like I need this flying freaking T. Copy that. Ah, crap. Alright, he got rid of his defense for that. Oof, how do I beat this? Of course I draw a land, that always helps. Alright, so we'll do this on him. And we'll do Secrets of the Golden City. Ooh. Fortunately I don't have... Yeah, I don't have enough. Alright, I just gotta survive this next turn, which is gonna be hard. Alright, one blocker. I don't know if I survive. I gotta be careful. Alright, I should be able to do this. Blue, white, green. Tap any number of gates. Tapping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's game. That was close. 14 triggers. Oh my god. Man, I'm gonna pass the turn there. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that was close. That was so close. Results, not